welcome. In this video, I'm going to be talking through some of the popular wax heat pens and what you need to know about them. So the first wax heat pen that most people get is something like this, which is a Max wax heat pen. They are quite affordable. At the time of filming this, they're around about £30, and they're battery operated, and you just push the button on the side and it heats up the tip. It is recommended to get a few tips if you're working with this because they can break with a lot of usage. And these are great for granulation, for fixing any errors in your wax if you accidentally break a piece, and for really fine details. I love using these if I want sort of really detailed pieces because it's quite a small amount of wax that usually gets picked up. The only downside I think to these is you've got to hold it the whole time. So if you're doing wax build-up technique, that's a lot of pushing down on your fingers. So as you develop and your wax grows, you might want to move into something else. So the second option is also quite affordable and is a soldering iron. So this is just a classic soldering iron, and we use these at Jewellers Academy Brighton in some of our wax build-up classes because they are a great starting point. Like I said, again, super affordable. You can get them on Amazon or anywhere like that. And they have a little heat dial here. And you usually want to turn it up to around 200 to 250. That's degrees Celsius. So it's hot, so don't touch it, but not too hot. You don't want to whack it all the way up. You might notice with any of these heat pens when you're working with your wax that smoke is created. Don't worry about it. If it bothers you, you can open a window. This one does create probably the most smoke. And I find with these ones, it can get very hot. So that's the only downside if you want to work slowly with your wax build-up. These can be quite fast, but sometimes you do want to work fast, so they're great to have. And an affordable option and a great kind of option as well. And it's got a really nice tip at the end, which makes it great for jewelry making. But my favorite of all the options is a more expensive one, of course, because I have expensive tastes, but it is the Fordham wax carver. So this comes, it's just a little box and you just plug it in. And it's got a nice cord, and there's another plug here to plug it into the mains. And it's just a really lovely solution. It's you've got a little bit more control over the temperature, so it has lower temperature points than the soldering iron, and you can kind of work your way all the way up if you need more heat. You can change the nib very easily. They've got a whole range of different nibs that you can add onto the end. This is just a straight one, but there's all different kinds. And I just find I have the most control with this heat pen, but it is a luxury, it's not a necessity. So I would say start your wax journey, make some pieces, you know, work with the kind of tools that don't cost so much to begin with, and if you feel like you're ready to invest, then this might be a nice option. There are lots of other heat pens out there on the market, so feel free to explore. I just wanted to run through some of the different ones that you could choose from. I would say my advice would be if you've got the money to invest and you know you're going to be doing lots of wax carving, go for the Fordham. But if not, it is perfectly fine to work with any of these. And I use both of these because I do still find the Max Wax heat pen is great for tiny details, which isn't always the case with the Fordham one. So explore, experiment, have fun, and good luck with your wax carving.